Hey, what's good, gamers? Welcome back to BeBackGaming. Today, we're diving deep into Atomfall, the new survival action game from Rebellion Developments. Specifically, we're exploring the mysterious and downright creepy Wicked Isle, one of the standout locations in this post-apocalyptic take on 1960s Britain. This is a non-sponsored review, so you're getting my raw, unfiltered thoughts on whether this game is a must-play or a pass. Stick around for gameplay breakdowns, story insights, and my final verdict. Let's get into it. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you never miss a review. Alright, let's talk Atomfall. Atomfall drops you into an alternate 1960s Britain. -1 years after the real-life Windscale, nuclear disaster went way worse than history books tell us. The result? A radioactive quarantine zone in northern England's Lake District, filled with cults, rogue military, giant robots, and some seriously freaky plants. Think Fallout meets The Wicker Man with a dash of Doctor Who weirdness. It's a first-person survival action game with RPG and immersive sim vibes. And it's got this uniquely British flavor that makes it stand out. Now, Wicked Isle, my name for this haunting, misty island area within the game's interconnected maps is where Atomfall's folk horror vibes hit hardest. Picture dense woods, towering wooden effigies, and whispers of pagan rituals. It's creepy, it's immersive, and it's where some of the game's best mysteries unfold. Look at this thing. It's straight out of a horror movie, and it sets the tone for what you're in for on Wicked Isle. But before we dive deeper, let's break down the game's core elements. Atomfall is a survival game at heart, but it's not as punishing as, say, STLKE. Are you manage health and heart rate? A cool twist on stamina, but the focus is on scavenging, crafting, and making tough choices. On Wicked Isle, resources like ammo and crafting materials are scarce, so every decision feels weighty. Do you craft a bandage to heal or save those scraps for a better weapon? It's intense. Combat is where things get divisive. Melee feels stiff. No dodge or block, just backpedaling and swinging. Ranged combat, though, super satisfying when you land a headshot, especially since ammo is so rare. Check this out. You physically look into your gun's chamber to check bullets. That's the kind of immersive detail I love. Exploration is Atomfall's strongest suit, especially on Wicked Isle. The game uses a leads system instead of traditional quest markers. You get vague hints like a circled map, area, or a cryptic note, and you've got to figure it out. On Wicked Isle, I found a note about a missing villager, which led me to a creepy cellar with, let's just say, some unsettling discoveries. It's like being a detective in a sci-fi horror show. This system makes you feel smart when you connect the dots, but it can be frustrating if you're used to hand-holding. Pro tip: enable waypoints in the menu if you're stuck, but try to go without them for the full experience. The story in Atomfall is all about unraveling the mystery of the Windscale disaster and the shadowy interchange facility. On Wicked Isle, you're dealing with druids who worship the land, a creepy voice on the phone telling you to trust no one, and clues pointing to a bigger conspiracy. The narrative is non-linear, so your choices shape how it unfolds. I went with the druids for one ending. Shout out to Mother Jago, you wild cult leader, but there are multiple paths. What I love about Wicked Isle is how it leans into folk horror. Those wooden statues, the glowing blue plants. It's like the Day of the Triffids mixed with Children of Men. The atmosphere is thick with paranoia, and every NPC feels like they're hiding something. But here's the catch. The main story can feel a bit distant. Your amnesiac protagonist doesn't have much personal stake, so you're more of an observer than a hero. The writing shines in the side quests, though. On Wicked Isle, I stumbled into a murder mystery involving a vicar's assistant. No spoilers, but piecing together clues from notes and conversations felt so rewarding. It's the kind of thing that makes you want to explore every nook and cranny. Let's break down what makes Atomfall and Wicked I'll shine, and where it stumbles. Pros. Atmosphere. Wicked Isle's mix of British, countryside, and sci-fi horror is unforgettable. It's like a love letter to Doctor Who and the Wicker Man. Exploration. The lead system makes every discovery feel earned, especially on Wicked Isle's eerie landscapes. Choice matters. Your decisions shape the story, and the multiple endings add replayability. Immersion. Little touches like checking your gun's chamber or finding notes in abandoned houses pull you in. Cons. Combat clunkiness. Melee is stiff and stealth feels half-baked. You'll want to stick to ranged weapons when possible. Slow start. The first few hours, even on Wicked Isle, are brutal. Expect to die a lot until you get the hang of it. Thin narrative. The main story lacks emotional weight, and the mysterious phone voice doesn't fully pay off. Technical issues. Some players, including me, noticed a subtle fish-eye effect that can cause eye strain. Hopefully, Rebellion patches this soon. Overall, Atomfall is a bold swing. It's not perfect, but when it clicks, especially on Wicked Isle, it's a haunting, immersive adventure that stands out in the survival genre. Is Atomfall worth your time? If you love mysteries, exploration, and a uniquely British take on the post-apocalypse, absolutely. Wicked Isle alone is worth the price of admission for its creepy vibes and rewarding discoveries. But if clunky combat or a slow start turns you off, you might want to wait for a sale or some patches. I'm giving Atomfall a 7.5 out of 10, a solid adventure with room to grow. What do you think of Atomfall? Have you explored Wicked Isle yet? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's get the discussion going. If you enjoyed this review, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and check out our Atomfall playlist for tips and walkthroughs. Thanks for watching, gamers. I'll be back with more soon. Until next time, keep gaming, and I'll see you back here on BeBackGaming.